Hello, everyone. Happy Mother's Day and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of May 10th, 2026. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor. I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And we've got one more week of lovely Taurus season energy, which makes Mother's Day weekend feel especially grounding and comforting. It's also the final week before all the personal planets change signs. Starting next weekend, Mercury, Mars, and Venus all move into new territory, bringing another shift in our lives. But for now, we have a little more time to settle into our new reality, and adding to this wonderful Taurus energy is a new moon in Taurus on Saturday the 16th. And it's a supermoon, and yes, new moons can be supermoons too. Unlike full supermoons, new supermoons can't be seen, but they're still there. So supermoons happen when the moon is closest to the Earth, which means we get a stronger dose of lunar energy than with a regular moon. And as we know, new moons are all about fresh starts. So this one has extra energy for beginning something new. And supermoons also amplify the traits of the sign that the moon is in. And this one is in Taurus. And Taurus is linked to money, security, values, and our personal comfort. And because Taurus is the first of the three earth signs, and we're in spring, we can think of this as a time of planting seeds for our future. Out of all the seed planting new moons this year, this one is the most aligned with new beginnings and fresh starts. And because this supermoon is in Taurus, we're planting seeds for abundance in all forms: money, joy, happiness, and love. And what we begin now will continue growing over the next 6 months, reaching harvest time with the Taurus full moon on October 26th. So from now until then, we're slowly building and growing and nurturing more abundant, grounded lives. And it's all happening on Taurus time, like it's slow and steady and in no rush. But that's also the beauty of Taurus energy. Even though it's slow, it creates something solid and lasting. So the new moon will form a sextile with Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. And sextiles are positive. And this one brings positive changes to our careers and long-term transformation. So bottom line is that this is a powerful moon for building foundations for what's coming next. Now, on the new moon, on Saturday, is the final class in the Spiritual Spring Saturday series, and it's called Summer of Money. Although I probably should have called it Summer of Abundance. And it's all about creating a summer of fun and love and adventure and money. Like, we have a lot of positive planetary alignments this summer, and we can use this energy to create a magical summer. So if you want to set some intentions on the new moon and jumpstart your summer of abundance, I hope you'll join me. It's only $40, and there's a link to register in the show notes. Now, this new moon is also conjunct Uranus, which just moved into Gemini. It's at the very, very beginning of Gemini at 1 degree. So we can expect surprises, sudden changes, and new paths forward that we didn't see coming that will show up. So Taurus is really here to remind us how good life actually is. It's ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, love, and harmony. So this energy is all about slowing down and actually enjoying being here on Earth. Taurus loves the good things in life. It's a little reminder to let yourself relax and not make everything so hard and savor the good stuff. Linger a little longer over dinner and enjoy some fresh flowers or comfy pajamas. Set aside some time for reading a book with a cup of tea. Just let yourself appreciate all the good things in life this week. So I thought this might be a good time to review our personal year number and where we are in our personal numerology cycle. So as you know, numerology calculations are based on a 1 to 9 cycle, 1 being the beginning of the cycle and 9 being the end. And each number in the cycle has distinct energies. So 2026 is a 1 year for all of us, the start of a new 9-year chapter. But then also each of us is in a different place in that cycle. So you can tell where you are in the cycle by your personal year number. And we calculate that by adding our birthday and our birth month to the number 1, because 2026 is a 1 year. And you just keep adding those digits together until you get to one number. So for instance, my birthday's June 9th, 6/9. So to calculate my personal year, I add 6 plus 9 plus 1 together. That gives me 16. And then I add the 1 and the 6 together to get 7. So I'm in a 7 year. So let's just go through all the years as a reminder of the energy we're in this year. And I like to think of the cycle as a journey. So in a year one, we're just at the beginning of a new journey. We're building something new from the ground up, like new projects, setting new goals. You still may not know where you're going or what you're doing, but you do have clarity by the end of the year. So this year is about planting seeds that grow through the entire 9-year cycle. In year two, we're gathering the resources we need for the journey. Like this includes the people going on the journey with us. It could be the knowledge we need, maybe learning new things, going back to school, taking classes, making connections. It could be the money that we need for the journey. We're gathering what we need. Basically, we're packing. So it's a slower paced year. Things aren't moving as quickly as we'd like. Also, the 2 years is great for cultivating strong relationships, romantic relationships, particularly marriages. Year 3 is about creativity, new ideas, and when things really start to accelerate. We're creative and we think of all the possible ways we can go on our journey, like it's a fun year when we're just enjoying life. The extra energy makes us want to live life to the fullest, like there's a lot of energy, and you may take on too much, which could leave you feeling a little bit scattered. So year 4 is for working and building, when the real work and the progress begin. Like after a 3-year, when we had all of these ideas, some of which maybe didn't work out, we now focus on what truly works. So this year is less social as we buckle down and dedicate ourselves to our projects. It's a year for being responsible and getting everything organized and in order. Now, year 5 is the most transformative in the whole 9-year cycle. It's about change. Like you thought you were going to go this way on your journey, but you decided to change it up and go this way instead. And after all the work and the focus from last year, you may feel an urge to just drop everything, leave your relationship, change your name, move to a different country. We're talking big changes. So the number 5 often brings out the free spirit and the rebel in us too. So we want to take risks and have adventures. Year 6 is about love, nurturing, and responsibility. It's when you realize what really matters on the journey are the relationships and the people that you're traveling with. So in year 5, we were maybe questioning our relationship, or we loved being single. In year 6, you want to focus on a strong romantic relationship and your home and your family. It's a year of nurturing any close relationships in your life, including your friendships. So not a huge year for work accomplishments, and it will be pretty quiet because we're just focusing on peace and harmony and our loved ones. That's the best thing to do in a year 6. In year 7, we start feeling that the end of the chapter is near, and we want to start making sure that it's successful with lots of achievements and a financial abundance. So to do that, we stop and we reevaluate everything that we've been doing. It's a year that's solely focused on you, your spiritual growth, your personal growth, with lots of reflection. Social life and responsibilities and relationships become, less of a priority. So you may not see a lot of action happening this year, but rather a lot of personal growth. We're doing the final preparation for the successful completion of our journey. Then year 8. While year 7 is very internal and introspective, year 8 is very external. So be prepared to harvest all the fruits of what you worked for this whole cycle. It's commonly the best year for business and career and personal finances. The focus is on material success, power, and achieving goals. This cycle is about manifesting abundance and stepping into your personal power. It's the absolute peak of the whole 9-year cycle. We want to enjoy the abundance that we worked for. I sold my mortgage company in year 8. My year 8, I had to hang around and work there one more year, my year 9, and then I started Abundology in my 1 year. So year 9 may seem pretty bittersweet, like many things end completely this year. Job, living situations, relationships, friendships, but it's all a blessing in disguise. So the universe is preparing you for the next cycle. And if something isn't going to serve you in the next 9 years, no matter how amazing it may have been, it's going to leave. So if something leaves your life, know that something even better is coming. And parts of your life that will carry over to the next cycle have to be transformed. Like nothing can stay as it was. It's a time of endings and reflection and preparing for a new cycle. So to recap, year 1, starting out on a new journey. Year 2, we're gathering the people and the resources we need for the journey. 3, we're creative and we think of all the possible ways we can go about the journey. Year 4, we work, we buckle down, we get shit done. Year 5 is about rethinking and transformation and change. We might want to do it a different way. Year 6, realizing what's important, our relationships and the people that are there for us. Year 7, a year of reflection and personal change and spirituality. And then year 8, the abundance year where everything that we've been working for pays off. We reach our destination. And then year 9, where we're just preparing for the next cycle. So with so much change happening this year, it's nice to just have this little mid-year reminder of where you are in the cycle. So enjoy the last of this lovely Taurus season energy before we move into Gemini season. There's more change coming next week when all the personal planets change signs, but we still have this week to enjoy the wonderful, simple pleasures of life. So once again, you can register for the Summer of Money class, which is on the new moon next Saturday, at the link in the show notes or on my website, Abundology.com. It's just a really great way to set some intentions for the summer. So, as always, thank you for listening, liking, subscribing, passing the podcast on to your friends. I am going out to dinner tonight to celebrate Mother's Day. And then also it's doggy spa day and Jasper is getting a bath, a trim, his teeth brushed, his nails cut, like the whole thing. So have a great week, everyone, and I will talk to you again next week.